In the small, forgotten town of Maplewood, life moved at a slow pace. Nestled between rolling fields and dense forests, the town was known for its old-world charm and tight-knit community. However, in recent years, Maplewood had fallen on hard times. Factories had closed, jobs were scarce, and the once thriving main street was now lined with shuttered shops and abandoned buildings. Among the residents of Maplewood was a young woman named Lily Evans. Lily was a quiet, introspective person who loved nature and spent most of her free time in the garden behind her family's modest home. Her mother, Alice, had always encouraged her passion for plants and flowers, teaching her the names of different species and how to care for them. The garden was Lily's sanctuary, a place where she could escape the troubles of the outside world and find peace. Lily's father, John, had passed away when she was just a child, leaving Alice to raise her alone. Alice worked as a waitress at the local diner, doing her best to provide for her daughter. Despite their financial struggles, Alice always made sure that Lily had everything she needed to nurture her love for gardening. One day, while tending to her garden, Lily noticed a flyer pinned to a nearby tree. It was an announcement for the annual Maplewood Flower Festival, a tradition that had been abandoned years ago due to the town's decline. This year, however, the community had decided to bring it back in an effort to restore some hope and pride to Maplewood. The flyer mentioned a gardening competition, with a grand prize of $5,000 for the best garden display. Lily's heart raced with excitement. The prize money could make a significant difference for her and her mother. More importantly, it was an opportunity to share her passion with others and contribute to the town's revival. She decided to enter the competition, determined to create a garden that would not only win but also inspire her community. The next few months were a whirlwind of activity. Lily spent every spare moment working on her garden, transforming the small plot of land into a vibrant oasis of colors and scents. She researched different plants, experimented with various designs, and enlisted the help of her mother and neighbors. Word of her efforts spread, and soon, the entire town was rooting for her. One evening, as Lily was planting a row of lavender, a car pulled up to her house. Out stepped an elderly man with a kind smile and a twinkle in his eye. He introduced himself as Mr. Thompson, the former head gardener of the Maplewood Botanical Gardens, which had closed years ago. "I've heard about your garden, Lily," Mr. Thompson said. "I wanted to see it for myself and offer my help, if you'll have it." Lily was overjoyed. She had always admired the botanical gardens and felt honored that Mr. Thompson had taken an interest in her project. Together, they worked tirelessly, incorporating Mr. Thompson's expertise and Lily's creativity to create a truly magical garden. As the flower festival approached, Lily's garden became the talk of the town. People stopped by to admire her work, offering words of encouragement and support. Lily felt a sense of pride and accomplishment that she had never experienced before. She had poured her heart and soul into the garden, and it showed. The day of the festival arrived, and Maplewood's main street was alive with activity. Stalls selling flowers, homemade goods, and local crafts lined the sidewalks. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the sweet scent of blossoms. The gardening competition was the highlight of the event, and Lily's garden was the centerpiece. The judges, a panel of horticulturists and local dignitaries, made their rounds, inspecting each entry with care. When they reached Lily's garden, they were visibly impressed. The vibrant array of flowers, the thoughtful design, and the overall beauty of the display left them in awe. After much deliberation, the judges announced the winner. The grand prize for this year's Maplewood Flower Festival gardening competition goes to Lily Evans. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. Lily felt tears of joy streaming down her face as she accepted the prize. It was a moment she would never forget. But the victory was more than just a personal achievement. It was a turning point for Maplewood. The success of the flower festival sparked a renewed sense of community and hope. People began to invest in their town again, reopening shops and starting new businesses. The botanical gardens were restored, with Mr. Thompson as the head gardener once more. With the prize money, Lily was able to help her mother pay off debts and make much-needed repairs to their home. She also used some of the funds to start a community garden, where residents could come together to grow their own plants and share in the joy of gardening. Lily's garden became a symbol of resilience and the power of dreams. Her story inspired others to believe in themselves and to work towards a brighter future, no matter the odds. Maplewood, once a town in decline, was now a place of growth and possibility, thanks in large part to the dedication and passion of one young woman and her garden of dreams.